Hello, friends old and new, what's up? It's been a hot minute, as is my style these days, but one thing remains the same. I'm still the Shasta one, and I'm still playing Minecraft. That's a little misleading. I haven't played a lot of Minecraft. In fact, the last time I played Minecraft was on this stream in July. So, when we did that, just a little recap. Yes, we did start a new world. We're hardcore world number 12. The rules remain the same. If you don't know how this works, if I die once, just once, the whole world gets deleted. And I start again, or I rage quit and go cry in a corner and just don't play video games for a while. But that has not happened for a very long time. In fact, Hardcore World 11 has 500 plus hours on it, currently on ice, because, well, I got a little bit bored after 500 hours. So I started fresh. Played about 2 hours worth, I recall, in Hardcore World 12. I actually gotta get that script going now that I think about it. Give me a second. I'm gonna make sure that this script is up and running. So, it won't just be on 2 hours and 13 minutes forever. Once again, just unparalleled professionalism in the live streaming space. That is all me. Is it in just the documents? Yes, it is. Okay. Minecraft.py, World 12. There we go. There we go. All right. Without further ado, I won't belabor the point. Let's get into it, folks. I don't even remember how much progress I made, if I'd picked a spot yet. If I recall correctly, I had a lot of trouble finding a decent spot. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's all coming back to me. All I had to do was step outside and see the iron golem waiting to tear the flesh from my bones. Yeah. Nice little lakeside village we got going here. Definitely a cave system. There is a familiar name. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. A long time. True Gamer Guy, what's up? How you doing, man? Are your Buffalo Bills playing tonight? I know that football's just getting started. I have a friend who's just watching the Chiefs play the Detroit Lions tonight, I know. Why did I bring up professional football when that's the first thing that I've said to you in months? Man, I hope you've been doing well. I gotta give it to you straight, man. Half the reason I'm streaming tonight is because I have a big stream on Saturday. Which is... Oh, this could be a little green screened out, but... The One Chip Challenge, which as of today, you can no longer even buy these on store shelves. Out of an abundance of caution after, I guess, a kid died. Now, whether that was caused by the chips, I am not 100% sure, but it sure adds to the narrative of me trying these chips. Dude, of course I remember. You are like the OG of my Twitch channel at this point. You've been stopping by for years. I really appreciate it. Of course I remember. It has been forever, though. The Buffalo Bills, they play on Monday. Okay. Chiefs and Lions, they're playing tonight. I think they're just getting started in the next 15 minutes. I just looked this up because I wanted to somewhat support my friend and his, misplaced allegiance to the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh yeah, I'm on the old Central Time over here. It's 7:20 for me. Man. So where are we at? I had a pile of food. I just got into my first iron. I'm not super in love with this village though. I gotta give it to you straight. I was definitely considering just starting up a World 13. Just because it's been so long since I played on this world and I really had trouble finding a decent spot. But let's see how this shakes out. I gotta keep my eye on this chip. Look, this is the third annual one chip challenge for charity. So if it kills me this time after not killing me the last couple of times, then like, look, it was just meant to be at that point, you know? I think I can handle it. I remember it being pretty awful, but not like, you know. Surely it's like giving birth. You know, they say you don't remember the pain of that, and I don't really remember the pain of the one chip challenge anymore. I just know that it was awful. I completed the challenge both times. Yes, this is how I'm addressing Beaver's rules for at least the next week. Hello, fellow outlaw. I got the bootleg chips ready, baby. You can't buy these on shelves right now. This is a hot commodity in more ways than one. Hew, 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 hew. And me and Beeves and Zeta, oh, we're eating them on Saturday for charity. My ears were fuming, like the cartoon, the steam coming out of your ears, because I definitely felt that. One year, I think it was last year, my ears, like there was a ringing in my ears. It amplified my tinnitus. My tinnitus? The natural ringing in my ears from my misspent youth playing drums. Like it just rose to a fever pitch for a little bit there. But I think the most gnarly side effect would definitely be like, you know, the stomach cramps afterwards. I think that like, yeah, for me and Beeves, I feel like because we are both seasoned veterans of the ultimate season chip at this point, like I felt like in the grand scheme of things, last year was just not so bad. Like, yeah, it hurt, but once you know what the experience is going to be like, once you get the first year out of the way, your first virgin experience with the chip, just screwing your mouth over. Then at least you know that, yes, in fact, the pain will subside and you won't entertain any of these ideas of it just somehow lasting forever or getting even worse. These are my first pumpkins, so I'll pick them up. So yeah, once you have an idea that like salvation is coming if you just squirm in your office chair for a little bit or on your couch, you'll be fine. It'll buff out. But it's entertaining and it's for the children. It's always for the children of St. Jude. So that's just like, look, the chip just showed up on my doorstep after Beeves suspiciously verified my address like the day before. You have to do 3 at once for the 3rd anniversary. Sweet baby Jesus. Oh my God, could you imagine? Dude, I'm not even entertaining that thought. I say a lot of stupid things on camera, true gamer guy, but I'm not even gonna like toss you a bone, like throw you a bone on that one, dude. Woo! Woo! No. No. Look at all these sheep. I remember there being I had a hard time finding enough sheep for a bed last time. Where I'm looking for a mine shaft. Maybe this was it. It's on the other side of this over here. Maybe that cat's leading me to my old mine shaft. Because I know I had one. Where's the mine shaft? Dude, maybe I should just start over. Yeah, I'm 10 minutes into this stream. I'm starting it over. We're starting a World 13. World 12 is garbage. Hardcore. Okay. We are not using we're going to use a random seed so you guys can't like take a look at the world, you know? Lead me to diamonds accidentally. What if I did large or amplified? I got a beefy computer. Single biome. Can't do it. Hardcore World 13. And then we do this. Oh, file not found, but it will be. It will be. Oh, come on. Drum roll for the final 5%. Ooh. Well, I mean, I do like this biome. What's this called? Old growth spruce taiga? Yeah, that's my ideal, man. My favorite. There we go. Start the count over. 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds lived. Dude, this is the ideal place to start because you start with that good wood, man. Get a fat pile of it. So that's enough for a workbench and some sticks. That, my friends, that's enough for at least an axe. So let's bench it up. Make some sticks. Throw that bench down. That's a perfect benching platform if I do say so myself. And I'm not even gonna deal, you know, with a wooden axe to dig things up. Yeah, dude, like, I was in the same boat, True Gamer Guy. Like, I couldn't even imagine tossing more than one chip in my mouth. Because what I did last year, and what I think worked for me, was I just tried to minimize the amount of time that chip was in my mouth. I like, strategically tried to throw it down as fast as possible. Less chewing, less coughing, which is the thing that happens. Oh, okay, that's copper. I was like, bro. Did I just find iron already? Nah, I'm not that lucky. I'm just gonna close that up. I don't want to make a mine shaft here. I don't want to make a home here. You know me, I gotta find an ocean. Did I not have more sticks? Oh yeah, I used them both. Wow, I'm ate up, man. So as usual, I did just finish a run. So I'm kind of a combination of a runner's high and also like the weird fatigue that comes on. Is it really weird fatigue, Shasta? I kind of feel like it's expected fatigue. You go out, you run 9 miles, you're probably going to be a little tired. So yeah, perfectly normal fatigue if I do say so myself. I'm up to 1,553 miles this year. Since January 1st, been putting the miles on the old legs. Training for this ultra marathon and, of course, the St. Jude Marathon in December, which is what I'm raising money for. And I said part of the deal this year with the one chip challenge was that if for every $100 raised, I would eat an additional habanero pepper on stream, on camera, within the same hour as the one chip challenge. So that's a spicy pepper for every $100 on top of the one chip challenge. So kind of, when you think about it, I am tossing more spice on top of the single chip. I'm still eating the single chip, but there's more peppers involved, and actual peppers involved. So that's going to be gnarly. I'm going to try to eat a nice meal. I'm going to try to eat a nice meal beforehand. Make sure it doesn't just completely ruin my stomach. That's my big fear. I can get through the initial 10, 15 minutes. I'm confident. But, ooh, once it gets down and sits around in your stomach. Not great, Bob. Not great. Is it gonna storm? It sounds kind of gnarly outside. Hey, as long as the internet stays on, power stays on, not my problem. Is that actually ocean right there? Oh my. Dude, what a spawn. Okay. Okay. Dude, I'm here for this. Got some crying obsidian for frizzles. Couple blocks of gold. Oh, there's a chest down there too. There's gotta be, right? That's how this works. Dude, get me in on that. Yeah. Oh. Oh, wow. So it's a shovel that it will disappear if I die. I'm starting the game with a lighter and horse armor. Couple pieces of obsidian too. Zeta's gonna be happy about that. Wow, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Some mushrooms too, you know, I could get a stew going. Could do Carl Weathers proud. You know, I can't be just messing around like this too much though, because night will fall, which means I gotta find myself some sheep. Oh, there's a cave nearby. You hear that bat? Oh, I think I just found it. That's not a very welcoming cave. This is like a Stephen King type of cave right here, you know? Straight down, really spooky. Some evil monster hiding within, if I had to imagine. I gotta tell you, got pretty good imagination. But in the end, it's empty, which means that bat must be somewhere else. Probably a good thing that that cave was so short, because I definitely would have tried exploring it with 0 armor and 0 torches to my name. Which ultimately, I don't know, just a weird feeling that was not going to work out for me. But there's another cave. Do I dare? Yeah. I'm doing it for the content, baby. This is not wise. But there's coal, dude. Okay. This right here, this one piece of coal is the key to unlock the Industrial Revolution of World 13. I like that. I have a feeling that World 13 is gonna be super lucky. This might be one I stay with for a while. If I can survive. If I can earn it. Is the idea. Oh, that's some water. Okay. Well, now that I can make some torches. That's not so bad. Where's that water coming from? You're getting ready for this game. You're still talking football? Do I play fantasy football? No, I don't. I feel like I'd probably be a better football fan if I did. Dude, like my only sport, that's not true anymore. I was about to say my only sport is baseball, but that's not true anymore. Like, I've gotten really into following ultra running, which, you know, people just running really long distances. So I've just become an absolute fiend for following these races. But never been a big NFL fan. I'm only a college football fan because I went to school at a fairly passionate football college. So, like, I follow those. Track is great, dude. True Gamer Guy, did you see any of the World Championships recently? Dude, some of those races were just wild. I've really got into the trail running aspect of it. Okay, so this cave was not that deep, but it was deep enough to give me like 21 pieces of coal, and that's enough, man. That's really enough. Sheeps! Sheeps! If there's one more sheep, okay, one more sheep of the same color, gray sheep. Dude, this is a good spot. God, if I can just find a quick piece of... Are they all different colors? No, those two are the same. I just need iron. I need 2 pieces of iron. Do I just dig for it? That would be so clutch. Just random iron. Please. Oh, yeah. So, short distance, I like them both. I like them both. I'm a pretty... I guess that's me just, like, not coming straight out and saying that. For me, personally, like, I prefer the long distances. Just because there's, I don't know, there's a little bit of strategy involved. where the appeal of the short distances, like, everything basically up until the 800, is that it's just pure preparation. It's a sport where you can see exactly how much work a person put into that race. Because ultimately what you put into it is what you get out of it. And I feel like that's definitely the appeal of shorter distances. And also like the whole like ADHD kind of thing, right? Where, oh, it's over in less than 10 seconds. And like, I'm cool with that. Where long distances is like, yeah, he's still running on the track. 30 more laps to go. Looks a lot like the last lap. Oh man, so you are a sprinter. Okay, that's badass, man. I was always the long distance guy. The shortest race that I ever did in high school and grade school was let me see, the shortest one I did was the 400. Just one lap around the track, and that was not my most hated event. I think my official most disliked distance was the 800. The 800's just hellish. It's too short to like strategize. It's too short to give anything but your fastest, but it's too long to complete in a sprint. Longest you've done is 400. But dude, you gotta be pretty fast to be chosen for 400 and below. Like, I was never that fast, man. Yeah, 200. Oh man. Because you're still like peaking with the 200, right? You're still running basically as hard as you possibly can the entire way. But it's not like the 100 where it's just like you don't even have time to get tired. With the 200, finally some iron, let's go. Well, oh, I wonder if I can get it with a wooden. Can I? No, I gotta make stone. Dang, I got a lot of flint. Oh, I think that was from that chest, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, you got long legs. So you got that engine that takes a little bit to warm up to its full speed, but once it does, oh, you're gone. Badass. Yeah, I got short legs, man. I can climb a hill like nobody's business. But that's about all my short legs have going for me. But I think that was probably why I specialized in longer distances, because there it's just about, at a certain point it just becomes like out enduring your opponent. Once you have that baseline speed, but now, like, I'm not really racing against opponents. I'm going such long distances that I'm literally just trying to finish. It's me versus the course, and that's how I kind of like it. I have a hell of a competitive streak when I really get into things, but like, I'm just kind of done competing against people. I think that's why ultra running appeals to me so much. Okay, it is officially nighttime, but we're gonna smelt up this iron and see what we can do with it. Oh, you know I like to see this. A perfect 8 iron. Oh man, I forgot to turn the pop filter for de-esser. I feel like I used to have a piece of software that minimized that. Anyway, not important for the stream purposes. I decided to get all fancy. Put some ice in the invisible cup. And I gotta say, making that water cold, that makes the difference. Really, really hitting right now. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some of my initial iron. I know. As shears. And I feel like a sword is also gonna be pretty important, considering it's nighttime up there. And just to make sure I'm fully prepared, your boy's gonna make some torches. Torches just seem like a good idea. Okay. Let's walk outside and hopefully not die. All I want to do is shear some sheep. I'm a man of peace. Doesn't look that. Okay, it's dark. That's a spider. Okay, so there's at least a spider up here. I think that's a skeleton too. Oh my god. Huh! Okay, I'm gonna take some damage here, but it's okay. Sheep, don't you dare walk down here right now. Okay, okay. Whoa! Took down 5 hearts. We're fine, we're fine. We are totally fine. Yeah, we're gonna go back down here. We're gonna make the bed and get started on food. I think that that battle with the skeleton just expedited my need for a food situation pretty quickly. Okay. There we go. Look at that. 3 pieces of wool. Exactly what we need. You love to see it. Can I turn this into brown dye? I think I have to cook it maybe. Anyway. Just stacking these advancements, baby. Daytime. Let's go. Showbiz. I'll pick you up. And just because it's daytime up there, keep in mind that does not mean I'm out of the woods. There could still be creepers lurking around up there. Maybe that spider's still angry with me. This is still a pretty precarious situation. I guess since I have 4 iron, I can make some boots. But I'm going to risk it. I may wind up regretting that. Okay, moving to the water because there's clearly no creepers over here. Okay. Okay, we're looking good. We are looking good. Not dead. I'm very pleased with how this has worked out. Okay, so now we have the bed. Maybe the best thing that we can do right now is actually go swimming and find some fish. And by swimming, I mean build a boat. I'm so slow. Okay. Gonna put the goods together. Boat acquired. And if I see a fish, a single fish, I'm just gonna hack him to pieces. Is this like a little island? Oh, it is. It's like, what is that? Just an island. Ugh, but I don't want to walk away from that gold until I can mine it. Can I mine it? I probably need an iron pickaxe. Whatever, if I just follow the coast, I will not get lost. So, big brain. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna try to do this old school, no mapping software, no, you know, seed lookup to find the locations of things. I'm gonna try to do this old school. It draws the gameplay out more, and like, that's a good thing. That keeps me engaged for longer. I see different trees up ahead, moving out of the taiga biome, moving into some what's that? Spruce woodlands, or sorry, birch woodlands, perhaps. See some pigs, maybe a chicken. Yeah. Tell you what, you guys got eggs? Can't do much with them. Oh, dude, how cool would it be if I could tame this dog with 2 bones? I don't think it's likely, but I'm gonna use the bones on him for sure. Whoa, 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 don't kill the chicken. Oh, I have a puppy! Woo! Hell Hell yeah. What's up, buddy? Okay, what should we name him? What should be the name of my dog? What is that over there? There's more pigs. Okay. Maybe I should just... I have no use for the pigs. I'm about to kill them. I have no regrets. He's moving in. Get him. Get him. Oh, he growls. Yeah. Okay, let's keep my bloodlust is not yet sated. Eliminate the pigs! Yes. Their pork will feed my malnourished and broken body. I don't know, what's a good dog name? I was about to say, did I just lose my boat so fast? No, we're good. Dang it, I need one more piece of pork. And there it is. You will be a worthy sacrifice. Yes. What? You're lucky I didn't see you earlier. So, since it's broad daylight, I feel pretty safe doing this. Little man's just roaming around, making sure I'm safe. Appreciate it, partner. I don't know, Minecraft it can be such like a lonely, melancholy game when you're playing on hardcore. So like having a dog companion's a nice touch. Just my opinion. Heal them hearts. But while we're cooking. Yo. Woo. I actually kind of needed that. It's like I finished a run, I showered, I got the stream set up, and like I'm tightening up in my chair. That was a good stretch. That was a good stretch. Thank you. Oh, that was quality. Ah. Hi. While we're waiting for those to cook, we can gather for more seeds for our future wheat field, which will fuel our cow orgy pit. Is my preferred source of fuel in the early game. Yeah, you heard me right. I didn't stutter. This is definitely a thing. You'll see. You'll see. It's a lot less exciting than it sounds. Just cramming as many cows as humanly possible in a 1 meter by 1 meter cube space. This is what my girlfriend does too when she's like cooking something in a microwave, just like sits down in front of it. I'm doing the exact same thing in Minecraft. Okay, so we have food. Not a permanent supply of food. I'm still definitely nomadic at this point. But we're set up well enough. My dog hop in the boat? How cool would that be? Can I? Yeah! I knew like mobs can get in boats. I for some reason I never tried putting a dog in a boat. So I officially have a World 13 travel companion. Let's first screenshot of the new world. Dude, that's satisfying. That's satisfying. Got a little canine homie. So maybe I should have went in the other direction because I like the taiga. Taiga's good. Nice to know I have all this over here. I love just having this huge expansive ocean in front of me. You know I like my oceanside properties. I'm a bit of a expensive date when it comes to Minecraft, let's say. And I'm kind of eyeing like where would I build my My future Shasta Fortress. That part there has potential. Just a gentle rise out of the ocean. I like that. Not as dramatic as a massive cliff, but hey, we don't have to always be dramatic. Sometimes it's a nice mellow oceanside. A-frame, log cabin, mansion, 50-car garage in the back. Expensive tastes. I kind of like, this is nice. This is kind of World 11-esque though, and that is taiga. It looks like this might be a river that runs through. No, that's right, it dries out pretty quick. But that's a decent little cove. I'm here for it. He says as he's leaving it. I was briefly here for it. I'm mostly curious to see what's on the other side of this majestic nether portal. Failed portal. I like all the sand, because of course... Is that ice? I guess if it's a taiga forest right next to a bunch of icebergs. That's fair. Oh. What is this? Yeah. Y'all know, I like me a good bay. Bays are bay. If you don't mind me saying so. Woo! Sun's going down though. This is actually pretty wide river. Wow. Definitely want to collect this sugar cane. I think after I do, we'll be ready to call it a night. In the Minecraft world, not on the stream, thankfully. That'd be a pretty short stream, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's bust that bed out. Bang! Is this not close enough to night for you? Repeatedly beat the snot out of my pillow until it's time to actually get in bed. Oh, come on. Please! There we go. So it doesn't quite... There's a nice little island here with... Oh. Y'all, maybe that's it. What?
Nice.
What?
Fancy.
Ah!
No, fancy
Fancy.
shit.
Oh no.
Bitch.
Oh no. Micah, wait!
Bougie and shit.
I can't pick... Okay. Micah Ilberry, thank you for 32 months. Resubscribe with Prime. I really appreciate it. My new forest is burning down. Oh no. Wait. Wait. No. Keep it here. Keep it here. Keep it here. It doesn't have to go any farther than this. Wait. Oh no. Is it closed off? Are we good? I think we're good. It's just gonna burn down this one tree. Okay, that could have been worse. That could have been worse. Anyway, welcome, Micah. Welcome back from your Canadian dream, man. Had to drop a little Red Thing song reference in there. Oh my. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Pick up some black ink while I'm here. Look at that. Okay, we got some mountains around here. Bro, I'm so scared. I don't want to hit my dog. Okay. Good. I was like, what's the best way to do this? I can't remember. Okay. So, mountains overlooking a fairly enclosed bay. This is promising. With a ravine. with a ravine. Hello. Oh, speaking of bilberries, there's my first lapis lazuli. You know, I hate to expose the dirty little secret of like, you know, not even corporate America, just really corporations in general, I feel like. But that sounds about right. Like it says, it was fun. Not a lot of work done, but we certainly talked about work a lot. Yeah, that's kind of how those trips go sometimes. Which, it's still a good thing, you know? Getting tighter with your team. Learn about your coworkers on a bit more casual than a team's get together. And Killberry literally just stepped outside and missed the lapis. Oh well. Hopefully there will be more. You never know, but hopefully. This might be a nice little area. Flat, but with like the mountains dramatically behind me. Definitely a cave system in there. Woo. Still definitely exploring. Now I feel like I have more options than in World 12 already. More building options. I could definitely put something together right here, and I think I'd be happy with it. This also gives me a little more room to spread out. It seems like there's just a bit more flat space here, and over there if the entire forest doesn't burn down. Like it says, the trip was valuable for me at least. I'm much more connected across the teams now and came back with a much deeper understanding of everything I was designing for. That sounds like a hella productive trip. Very nice. I imagine that was everything they wanted you to get out of it. Had news for your friends, 7-0 Lions. Hey, go Detroit. Oh, I've never had any moral qualms cheering against the Chiefs. Oh, that's funny. It's only like they're fairly deep into the game. I guess it's okay. I was like they're not even that far into the game and they're already up by 7, but 20 minutes, that's not too bad. Still plenty of time for the old chefs to bounce back. The regulars are streaming in. Random Swee! What's up, man? How is it going? It's going good. It's going good. Just started a fresh world for the kicks. Once again, I abandoned a hardcore world without dying. World 12 is still there. I was just like, haven't played it since early July. So I thought, what the heck? Let's just start fresh. I feel like I'm starting fresh already. So I'm doing good. Closing down the bars at 2 a.m. every night with both my bosses was weird and hilarious. That sounds like so much fun. Dude, I have not had a late night at a bar like that in a long time. I've actually been going out with coworkers for drinks this past year. It's been nice. But bunch of them are like, you know, well, kind of in a similar position to both of us in some ways and others, where, you know, early to mid 30s, dads, most of them. So they're like, you know, 9 o'clock, I got my 2 beers in. It's gonna head home. Not too many 2 a.m. ragers. Although there was one night while we were in Louisville this past weekend where Zeta and I stayed up fairly late. And sat at a bar until maybe like 1 in the morning. And that was fun. I met a character that night, man. I've scored myself a bar story this past weekend. Yeah, I think that generally speaking, DRM is just bad. I feel like there's for my personal opinion, of course, I feel like there's not a good way to implement consumer-friendly DRM. Like, There's just not. It's inherently anti-consumer. And in the environment that we find ourselves in the year of our Lord 2023, power is swung far too strongly towards tech companies and far away from us as individual consumers. So I'm generally against DRM any day. Any day. Name a day! I'll still be against DRM. That's just how I feel about it. I'm open to compelling arguments from any pro-DRM crowd out there. Can't imagine I'm going to find them on Twitch, but you know, I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Space aliens. I had a feeling, you and me, Random Sweet, we tend to be on the same page when it comes to software. I think that Micah has long made his stance on DRM and open source software, the free software community, pretty clear. So I had a feeling I was in good company with that opinion. Yeah, boys, I think I'm just gonna be clearing out this area here and getting started on a hoose. See if I can even remember. Oh yeah, I definitely need to build a hoose. I've outgrown my inventory. That's always when I start settling down. Let's go ahead and load this up with things that I don't need. Actually, I'll take the workbench back. We'll see about those fish. Maybe I won't need them. Don't need the arrows yet, but they're pretty clutch. Micah says the people implementing the DRM are not the artists. Or not the artists, it's, quote, protecting. It's always the awful corpos. Mm-hmm. Random Sweet, I do have a Steam Deck, and it's the 256 gigabyte version of it. Smack down the middle. I guess I've had it for about, what, a year and 4 months now? Man, what do I think? I still love it. I gotta give it to you straight though. Like, ever since one, I haven't been gaming as much as I have even in previous years. So I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom for the past 4 months, and by playing it for the past 4 months, I mean that, you know, maybe once a week I'll put an hour or two into Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah. Steam Deck has kind of been gathering dust until I beat Ganon. And then after that, I'm sure I'll be right back to it. But I love it. I think it's the best piece of gaming tech that's come out in probably the past 10, 15 years, in my opinion. Just completely changed how I played PC games. In a good way. Micah says he loves it. It's his only gaming PC nowadays. Nice. Oh, speaking of which, Micah, you, me, and Heyo LJ, you know, we need to have another one of those restaurant running nights soon. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I just miss being stressed in my free time. I guess that's why I'm back to playing hardcore Minecraft. And do I have Spy 1011 on it? Random Sweet, I think you know the answer to that. I ain't about that life. There's not a game in my Steam library where I'm like, I would probably install Windows for that. There's just too many good games out there that I just... And also, Proton's gotten stupid good, you know? So I haven't felt the temptation lately. Trying to find it. Where's a good spot to start a mine, you know? Micah has also been playing Zelda on the Switch, but Sea of Stars is calling me pretty hard. So I've seen Sea of Stars and I've seen Starfield. Both came out recently. Like, that's been the big talk in the gaming sphere. At least as far as I can tell, now that I am completely absolved of Reddit as a platform, that's where I got most of my gaming news. So I'm even less connected to gaming than I used to be. Hell yeah, Micah, let's do it sometime, man. I'm gonna be pretty busy through this this Saturday at least, but maybe sometime next week. Let's get it going. Yeah, I think it's a weird role reversal, Random Sweet. I think a lot of people install Windows on the Steam Deck for the same reason that people install Linux on basically anything. Because they can, because they're tinkerers and they want to see how it works, if it works, what's the benefits, what's the drawbacks. So I kind of get the adventurous spirit of trying Windows on it. It's just not for me. I'm kind of, this looks like, yeah. I've made my bed, you know what I mean? I bought it in part because I wanted to support Linux gaming, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, listen here, Fido. Random Sweet says, nah, I think it's because of only Windows, you know. Yeah, maybe that's true. Dang. Okay. I'm gonna dig a base. Gonna survive like a hobbit. Dude, Coliolio! Yo, Sea of Stars is like a Chrono Trigger / Golden Sun looking game, and it looks so good. Micah has it on both Steam Deck and PS5. Okay. Wait, does the save? Is it a truly cross-platform save? Like you can play the same save? Oh, you've yet to boot it up. I'll save my questions then. Yeah, it's so funny. It like even to this day where Linux has such a presence on basically everything except for desktop computers. People are still just completely shocked that there are just totally viable alternatives to Windows for most use cases, I would say. That's still pretty funny to me. But what about this? Yeah, it does that too. It does that too. Ah, well. I'm just a guy playing Minecraft on his desktop operating system of choice. Adjust nerd glasses. Okay, so we got some coal. How about some iron? Micah says, I don't think so about the shared save games, but I bought it on Steam and then 2 days later it was included on a PlayStation Plus sub. Oh, nice. I'm still keeping my Steam Deck updated. Man, what have I been doing? Just a lot of running, I guess. What have I been doing in my downtime? I've still been working on my historical research project. I hope to use my November challenge, which is National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo, to start a book with my research project. We'll see if that actually plays out. That's pretty exciting. I'd like to at least get started on it, and that's a good excuse to. Random Sweet got that so-called HP game. HP like hit points or Harry Potter? The wizard. Oh, what was it? It was a Hogwarts Legacy? That game sounded pretty good. I never did wind up getting it. Again, just like when I get off work, I go for my run. And then I just start, okay, this is a cave. This is getting dangerous. And then I start like digging through my historical research. Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. I got it. Woo! So, been sticking my nose in a bunch of 19th century American newspapers. Exciting, right? I mean, I kind of thought so. Oh yeah, I get your random sweet. A Harry Potter game that's not quite a Harry Potter game, but close enough. Gosh, that's just the best sound. I'd probably still play this game if that was just the entire game. Just the sound of Steve picking up blocks. Oh, until I find cows. Let's go ahead and get this cane party started. Oops. Stop it. Sure, random sweet. Link away. A computer you like the idea of. That's an interesting premise. Let's see. Don't need a flint, don't need a lighter, don't need a boat. Probably don't need the salmon. Maybe I should hang on to the salmon. In case you're wondering, yes, I am gonna go down into the cave. And maybe die? We'll see. You know, I keep that food on me. Gotta keep the bed. You know what? Got a single piece of iron left. Let's turn it into a shovel. Why not? I don't think I'll need the arrows. Or the shears. Why was I holding on to those for so long? Anyway, let's get down into it. So Micah's supposed to be setting up another PC for his kid because he's gotten super interested in Minecraft lately. Excellent, raising him right. He saw your shaders, was like, wow, it looks so real. So I guess gotta try and get shaders for him. Hope the old mini PC can handle it. Oh, dude, Silver Blue is such a great choice for that use case. Although, you know, just kids being a kid, you put a computer in front of him, I bet he'll still find a way to bork it. That's just the nature of the beast. This one. I like the idea of the size of the PC, but nothing else. I do like me a small PC. Oh, it's made by GPD. 18-minute video. I'll just take a quick glance at it. It is just teeny tiny, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. You know, I looked at GPD wins before the Steam Deck was announced. I was like, this is such a great concept, and I would love to take my PC games on the go. I don't think I ever seriously considered buying one, but yeah, it's like a little pocket PC. That's cool, man. Full keyboard and everything, huh? So you like the size of it, but you clearly don't like the rest. So what do you not like about it? Does it run the dreaded oh, creeper. Okay. He's not chasing me. I gotta light this up, bro. There's water up there. Okay, this cave clearly goes deeper, but I'm not sure if I want to mess around with the creeper, you know? Oh, oh, now he's hiding. Shit. Oh, did I just get a music disc? Oh my god, did I just almost die? Oh my. I do remember the GPD line being expensive, so I don't fault you there, Random Sweet. Did I see the Star Labs tablet? A tablet? No. That's the first I've heard of it. There is a music disc there, but there's also another skeleton nearby. Dude, I'm so gonna die. I have to find some iron before I explore up there. I'm just gonna go ahead and sleep this one off. Just any chance I can, I'll just sleep. Star Labs tablet. I'm gonna have to look that up. Star Labs is a Linux computer manufacturer, and they just released the tablet. Interesting. I'm assuming it's running GNOME. They have a pretty flexible, touch-friendly interface. That's interesting, because, like, you know, obviously Android has an iron grip on the non-iPad tablet market. I know that... Finally, some more iron, dude. I know that GNOME in particular have put a heavy emphasis on flexible apps, like apps that if you make them phone size, then they will automatically reconfigure their interface, their user interface, to a more mobile-friendly type of setup. I'm sure they're not the only ones doing that, but I just know of them. I'm not sure if it's there yet, but I'd be curious to see it, see how it works. I'm back to living that KDE life over here. Yeah, I remember the GPD Win being just expensive, and I also had that same concern about, like, maintenance. If something on it breaks, then, like, you're just up the river, so to speak. Oh, that's right. So this world has a deep dark. Scary. That's scary. I've never come across the Warden. I don't know if I want to. We're getting pretty deep. To pick your own OS between a few options at purchase. I like that. A super premium laptop that looks like the MacBook Pro of Linux laptops. Nice. We don't all want to be running Asahi Linux. Yep. That was my concern too. Like a Hong Kong-based company, like even if you sent that, even if they had like a warranty that you could send it back, for me at least, like shipping that across the Pacific, usually when I buy something in China, it takes about 4 to 5 weeks, if not longer. So imagine that one way, they fix it or they send you a refurb model, they send it back. It's probably going to be via ship and it's going to take a while. So what I'm really trying to say is, like, when the Steam Deck dropped, my god, this is a huge iron vein. I was just like, I was the person they made it for, basically. Like, I was primed and ready to buy something like the Steam Deck from an American company. Oh, we must be ahead of one of those, like, little cave groves. Oh, we definitely are. Oh my. Here we are. Don't want to drop down there because I feel like evil things are waiting. System 76 are still in the game. Nice. I feel like, well, what was that? What was that Asus competitor to the Steam Deck? I wonder if they've gotten SteamOS working on that thing yet. I know it's on paper more powerful. Okay, I really got to shut up and listen in here because this is a really dangerous angle. Oh, dude, I hate this. Why am I going forward? That's a spider. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Is that daylight? Oh, okay, there's a creeper. But I don't think he can get to me. I don't think he's thinking about me at all. This is interesting. Where am I? I think if I go in that direction, then I'm back home. Oh wow, I traveled far. I saw this. Well, oh, never mind. It's still off in the distance, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I feel like this might be a shortcut. Yeah, I'm back to where I am, right? Yep. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. That works. I specifically want those AMD specs as well. I mean, I understand that. Filthy NVIDIA casual that I am. Maybe I'll call him Sparky. No. I gotta have a better name than that for the dog. Sparky? Come on. Come on. Oh, I've got him right here. That's Kaiser Bill. That's my wolf for Wolf Brand Chili. What am I thinking? My God, I've been out of the game too long. Not advertising Wolf Brand enough. Kaiser Bill. Gotta be Kaiser Bill. There you are, Kaiser Bill. I'll clear the weeds around you, buddy. Very carefully to make sure I don't punch you. All right, so we have gunpowder and a precious, precious music disc. Very nice. And did we mention just a fat pile of iron ore to smelt through? I'm living large, baby. I am officially ready to don some armor. So that being the case, I can also clear out some of these trees. That'll be nice. In fact, I am going to tree heat myself. Make myself a nice iron axe. Because I can. I got the iron, baby. I'm going to do my best to not wait too long before I make an iron farm. But in the meantime, this will get me going. Let's just be... I want to know that this is here. And basically the best way to do that, and the most productive way to do that, is to get a lot of wood by chopping down all the trees in the immediate area. So this is like the part of Minecraft that I love so much. This is just your basic survival right here. Just getting off the ground, Getting a little sweaty, nervous. Random Swede did look at a System 76 laptop just for fun, but... Oh, I see, yeah. 1,253... Is that euros? Or US dollars? Is too much? They are expensive, but, you know, you get what you pay for. I think there's also a bit of a markup for US dollars. I gotcha. I think there's also a bit of a markup for like a smaller boutique shop like that, especially using, you know, just open source material, not just being your standard contract taking laptop manufacturer. I definitely get that. That was also my feeling as well when I was last laptop shopping in 2017, which was a long time ago now. Ultimately, I went with an Asus Ultrabook, but I looked at System 76 and I couldn't quite justify it. I didn't have that disposable income at the time. So, what can you do? There's definitely a market for it. I just wasn't in the market in 2017. Maybe I would be now, but my 2017 Asus Ultrabook is still doing the job. Knock on wood, hopefully not buying new computer parts soon. It's a very different market since then. Oh shit, I gotta throw a bed down, boys. Wow, it got to be nighttime fast. So Micah just had a fun, this is some kind of future moment. I just updated the firmware on my coffee mug? Question mark? And the next day, my hot water kettle? Bro, that's not a, I don't know if that's a future I want to live in. I'm bad enough updating the firmware on things I expect to have firmware. Coffee mug. Hot water kettles. I like the hot water kettles that you plug them in and the iron filament gets really hot because there's a lot of resistance in there. So it's just like naturally pulling heat from the electricity. I understand how it works. I'm not ready for the future, man. I'm not, it's scary. I'm not with it anymore. I'm an old man. Should work with any Linux distros, this Random Swede, but it comes with Linux on it, so yeah. But that much money in the specs, just not doing it for Random Swede. That's true. Oh, shipping to Sweden. That'd be a lot. I joined a running Discord, Random Swede, and I swear I'm like the only American on there, and everyone else is from Sweden. I didn't know that Sweden was such a running heavy culture, but that seems to be the case. I'm enjoying my time on there. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that like everywhere I go online, I feel like I'm falling into Swedish internet. I don't know what that means, but they're all pleasant people. A lot of them were taking part in, I guess, HKT, which is something of a, I think it's like a 30-kilometer trail race, like foot race. I don't know. I didn't read that much about it. How's it with me, and what do I do when I'm not streaming? I'd say I'm pretty good. I'm like, let me see. Let me do my best to give you a sincere and honest answer. Sometimes I don't even know how I'm doing. I was doing great in June and July, where I felt like I was really had my anxiety under control, and I was like excited to go out and like hang out with people and meet new people. Reconnect with old friends. And then like July came around and everything just kind of fell apart for me mentally, where my running was not going well. I found out later that that was a nutrition problem. I've since turned that around. But like my anxiety was back, which I had thought I'd solved it because I gave up caffeine in June, but turns out that was a short-term, solution. So I'm kind of like working my way back out of a funk right now, which is a good thing. And the fact that I'm streaming is a good thing. So I would say I'd call that a win for me. So not great, but good and doing better. I think that's how I would describe my mental state right now. And yeah, when I'm not streaming, I am running. That's not too far from the truth. Although, since I follow all these ultra runners who are professionals and they run for a career, and that it's like a full 40+ hour work week of just like running and strength training and conditioning and food prep, I don't feel that crazy putting in, like 55 miles a week. But I am doing a lot of running, and I still really enjoy it. It does a lot for me. It keeps me stable, and it gives me something to point at when my brain's like, yo, dog, you kind of suck. And then I'm like, well, I don't suck at running. So that's been good for me. I had to take a screenshot of that. Who knows how long this world will last. But yeah, when I'm not running, I'm working on a history project, which is a college literary society that I've been researching for on and off for the past like 10 years, but with gusto for the past 3. And that's writing a program that's a front end for my database for this information. The database includes citations. So like every single piece of data in this database points to a cited article or newspaper clipping or book that says on this page, here's where I got this information. Here's where I think it might be conflicting with this source. Super, super nerd research stuff. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to when I'm not running or streaming. Well, Random Sweet, I have a certain line that I don't cross with my Twitch streaming, and that like I don't see PMs or DMs. I have them turned off where I can between like Twitch and Discord. I just like to keep everything above board and out in the public and just like accessible to all the viewers. So I hope you don't mind that that's my stance, but that is my stance with that kind of thing. I generally don't view and definitely don't respond to personal messages. I enjoy Twitch a little bit more when I have that kind of like separation. You know what I mean? It's basically just something that keeps me comfortable, and I also want like the people viewing my channel to be comfortable as well. So I hope you're doing well, man. It's been a while since I've caught up with you. Oh, and we have enough iron for some armor! Gotta do it this way, though. This is the only way you could possibly do it. Ooh. So I have enough to make a complete set of armor, but then I'm already halfway through this iron pickaxe, and that seems kind of dangerous. I'm actually kind of split on this. I'm going to keep those iron. I'm going to go without... Could you imagine a guy walking around in full, like, 13th century armor except for a chest plate? Like, the most crucial part, maybe? Okay, there's always the head. But, like, yeah, I got my legs and toes completely covered up, but, I'm not too worried about being stabbed in the chest. What's the worst that can happen? So Micah also said, my mug tells me when my coffee is the perfect drinking temperature for a person For you, Micah, I could see that being perfect. I could see that being the ideal coffee mug. Perfect drinking temperature and keeps it there. Tracks your caffeine intake. Oh, that's interesting. Uses my sleep data to see how it's affecting it. That is actually kind of sick. That is sick. Okay, I definitely see the appeal of it now. The kettle can play Brick Break on a full color OLED. You haven't sold me on the kettle yet. I'm sure it does more than play Brick Break, but maybe a little less functional than the mug. How crazy is that the mug is more functional than a coffee kettle or a hot water kettle? That's funny. Mike, I replaced my old kettle that only played Snake in black and white. Oh, I don't understand, Micah, but I understand that it makes you happy, and that's the important part. Like, forgive me for laughing with you, but I feel like that feels totally on brand, and I love it. Like, if someone asked me to describe you, maybe that's what I would go with. Just such a love for coffee and tech that you replaced your old kettle that just played Snake on a black and white screen with a full color OLED that plays Brick Breaker. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is just like the fulfillment of an archetype or something. I don't know. Oh, it took me a little while to get around to that, but man, it was worth it. Ooh, I could also make a bucket. Get my wheat farm going. Because, dude, we have a stack of seeds already? Woo! That's workable. That is workable. It's so close to nighttime. That's the one thing about shaders, is that they're so misleading on when it's nighttime or not. Keep those sticks. Those sticks are very functional. True story, says Micah. I have an unlisted YouTube video of me playing Snake on the kettle. I had it for years and didn't know it did that, but figured it out. Wow. That's awesome. That reminds me of my old uTorrent days or MicroTorrent days, which is now a not great piece of software. Do not use it. It was bundled with malware a few years ago. It was bought out by a company. But anyway, back in its purified old glorious days of like 2003, when I was using it to download high quality Led Zeppelin concert bootlegs, like audience recordings, if you went to the settings screen, they had a full Tetris game, complete with like a saved high score that you could just play while your Led Zeppelin bootlegs downloaded. And I played that Tetris game more than I would like to admit. All right, let me take a look at this video real quick. Where's the screen? Is it going to play it in that little screen? Set it to 205. Okay. Took it off. There it is. Wow. Wow, the seed that it's eating is huge. Oh my god, that is so amusing. Thumbs up for that. Still haven't figured out how to get brick break, but Micah knows it's there. I have full faith that you'll figure it out eventually. Hopefully you figure it out before the next one comes out that runs Doom. Well, it had the same functionality as the old one, but it ran Doom and Doom 2, the Lost Levels. Had to buy it. Had to buy it. Okay, I am pacing around a little bit. Because I'm agonizing over field placement, where, to be honest, like, this field's not permanent. It's just not. Facts of life. I'm gonna demolish it for a more pretty food source at some point in the future, but for the time being. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And right here. Yeah, why not? I was worried about this. So you actually can't. 4. 4. Not too bad. Yeah, so I can't use the hoe to make farmland on this particular soil, which is called what's this block called? It's somewhere in there. Podzol. It's on the right side. All right, Random Sweet. Well, have a good rest of your night. Good catching up with you. Take care of yourself out there. 2, 4. All right, now we got the water nice and confined. This is not too bad. But after word got out about the game, the company ran a friendly competition to see who could get the highest score. Nothing super serious, but you'd post your score on Twitter with a hashtag. Nice. Dude, that's fun. Like, I'm probably just, you know, preaching to the choir here, Micah. But of course, Microsoft eventually decided to take a no Easter eggs policy with their code because it made people uneasy that they snuck in a hidden feature. If they could sneak in a full flight simulator in a Microsoft Excel, who knows what else they're sneaking in there, which was found out to be wholly founded. But anyway, I digress. So I miss the days when, you know, more software developers would put random Easter eggs like that in their code and turn it into like a high score type of game. Like that's awesome. That's the kind of attitude that like I love, that I still enjoy in the open source movement. It's definitely more present there than in like corporate proprietary software. But I just miss when that was more just, you know, acceptable. Yes. The field's taking shape. Yeah, like I get it, but I'm still also a little bit mournful, a little nostalgic. Gonna toss some torches down here. Help this grow out a little bit. And because I am this fancy, yeah, gonna do it. Come on. Into the hot bar, please. Bougie. I haven't forgot all my old tricks. I still got them. But yeah, I guess it's really just been a work, running, and research project kind of month. Now, Zeta and I did make a random trip on this past Labor Day weekend. Long weekend for us Americans this past weekend. And so we do the Indy 500 every year, which is, of course is in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the drive back to Shastatown, USA usually takes us through Louisville, Kentucky, which is right on the Ohio River, bordering Kentucky and Indiana. And I'd never been there before, but every time I drive through, I'm like, I should visit Louisville sometime. Like, why have I never visited Louisville? It seems like a pretty cool place. It's this random city just in the middle of like hill country. And so this weekend we decided we would do it. And it was actually pretty great. Like, I had a great time. I think Zeta did too. I don't think she was lying when she said she had a great time. So I decided to put us up in their schwankiest, oldest hotel in the city, which, like, I'm just a sucker for a good story and also, of course, history. So historic hotels are kind of like my weakness. I'll burn a good part of a travel budget on just like a hotel, which I'm literally just sleeping in. But if it has a good story, I mean, come on. Like, Louisville is known as like bourbon country, right? It's they have a whole bourbon row and everything. Bourbon, of course, is like a whiskey specific to Kentucky for the most part. But depending on who you ask. So we stayed at the Seelbach Hotel, which is built in like the first decade of the 1900s. I think like 1905, 1908, around there. Apparently, F. Scott Fitzgerald frequented that hotel a lot. He was actually tossed out of the hotel bar at one point, and it became the inspiration for the hotel wedding that took place in The Great Gatsby. Of course, F. Scott Fitzgerald's most famous book. And that's pretty neat. And of course, it's gorgeous. There's, columns and stained glass and a grand piano up in the mezzanine overlooking the lobby. Marble everywhere. The rooms themselves were kind of small. The bathroom was like being stuffed into a porta potty that also had a shower in the corner, but there was marble. And yeah, it was really pretty. So Micah has gone to the same baseball bat factory that we visited this weekend. I was impressed. It was funny because it reminded me of a factory that I worked for in my hometown, that surely Micah knows which one I'm talking about, in that they still used equipment from the 1960s. So like none of it was properly automated, like in the modern sense of the word. It was all just human operated, like making these machines. Like they use just a single, like a steel bar basically to guide the machinery along the length of the bat while the bat's rotating, of course, to carve it into the shape of, well, a Louisville Slugger. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And I love it. I love it. Like, that's all they need. They make like, I think they said like 1.4 million with an M bats a year using this setup. And like Major League Baseball has pretty consistent demand of baseball bats. So they don't really need to modernize. And I kind of respect them for it. That's wild. So it was a nice tour. We got a souvenir bat. They let us take one of the little like wooden spindles that these are on the end of the bats, so you can like actually put them on the rollers and cause it to spin around. And then the very last step is they like chop this off and sand the end of the bat. But nice little freebie that came with the tour. Nice touch. We did the Kentucky Derby Museum. It was kind of cool because like my dad is a huge baseball fan, and my mom is a huge horse racing fan. And in fact, they went to the Kentucky Derby for years when they were about my age now. So it was like I got to see a little bit of my mom's background, and I got to see a little bit of my dad's background all in one trip in one city. And that was just unexpectedly a little poignant and pretty cool. Yeah, the scrap nub. That is such a good way to put it. I was trying to think of the actual terminology, like what they called it, and I couldn't quite remember it. So scrap nub is as elegant as any. Yeah. We've got 2 of them. So I think I'm safe saying this here, because I don't think that my dad watches my Twitch streams. But we got back to the gift shop, and I saw that they had a few Modern Players autographed bats in the gift shop, and they're all like $500, $1,500, like stupid amounts of money for a piece of wood. Especially with Kyle Schwarber's signature on it. Gross. But at the very end, second from the end actually, was a signed Lou Brock Louisville Slugger. And Lou Brock is one of my dad's 2 favorite baseball players of all time. Like Lou Brock and Bob Gibson. That is Papa Shetley or Papa Shasta. If there was more than one viewer, I'd be a little self-conscious about that. But, like... So I was looking at it. I was hemming and hawing over this bat. Because it was for not much more than it cost just to buy a Louisville Slugger. And of course, Lou Brock passed away a few years ago. And so I bought it. And this is going to be the craziest Christmas present that I've ever given my dad. And I know he's going to flip his lid when he gets that thing. And I'm very excited to see it. And I hope he's excited as well, because he's getting nothing but bags of rice for the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. Because that completely blew my Christmas budget wide open. But you know what? Some things in life are worth it. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. And Zeta went halfsies on it, so I didn't go like, it wasn't too crazy of a Christmas present, but still pretty crazy. I can't believe I have it. I have like taken the bat in my hands and like swung it around the living room like a maniac a couple of times, full disclosure, because come on, like Lou Brock touched this bat. That is the coolest thing. I don't know. So the Kentucky Derby Museum was awesome. It was awesome in that their display was awesome. Like, they had a full 360-degree oval screen in this area that you just sat on a stool and you just, like, rotated as the screen, like, presentation rotated around you. Like, it was in the shape of the racetrack itself. Horse racing, of course. So that was a really impressive display. What I found interesting is that it was pretty short on artifacts for a race that's been held continuously since 1875. There wasn't a lot in there. And one of my friends who's a big boxer visited the Muhammad Ali Museum, also in Louisville, and that was his critique as well, is that the Muhammad Ali Museum also didn't have very many artifacts. Louisville Slugger didn't either. It's an active factory, so I'll give them a pass, you know? But that seems to be a thing with Louisville museums. It's like there's a lot of like information and content in there, a lot of plaques for me to read, so I wasn't disappointed. You know what I like? But there wasn't a lot of like, wow, like Barbaro was actually, wearing this saddle, or American Pharaoh had this halter. There wasn't a lot of that. It was just like, here's what happened in 1895. But still worth it for like the presentation. I got unexpectedly like a little emotional about it, just because this is an event that my mom just cares about so much. I don't think she's missed one since she was 9. So it was just unexpectedly like, oh man, I remember watching that with her as a kid. Like I watched that too. Wow, loved it. And yes, we did try some bourbon. We went to the bourbon bar that F. Scott Fitzgerald was allegedly thrown out of. That was the first thing we did, actually. We were like, we got in pretty late on Saturday, so most of the places we wanted to see were closed. So we went down to the bourbon bar, and there was this very opinionated Irish man serving us drinks. And very opinionated can go two different ways with people, where it's just like, your opinions are trash and you think too highly of them, and I'm tired of you feeling so confident about opinions that are wrong. And then there's the other one, where like, wow, you are actually, you know what you're talking about. This sounds pretty good. And this guy definitely knew his bourbons. Gave us like the lowdown on what's the best place to go to get some bourbons for a good price on our way out of town. But he also said that the best food nearby was a sports bar, I know, called Parlays. I know. That's like you're shooting 0 for 2. Doesn't sound that impressive. Yo! Iceman Jedi Knight, what's up, man? Dude's back from Hawaii, full of energy, ready to live some life in all caps. Woo! How you doing, man? I was just talking about mine and Zeta's little trip to Louisville this past weekend. Not quite as exotic as Hawaii. The weather probably wasn't as good either. But it's still a solid experience, if I do say so myself. Right on, man. Right on. How's the school treating you? Is it just like one day after another, just easing into it? Conquering worlds? You know, educationally speaking? Yeah. Hawaii is a must. We need to go. It's definitely on the list. My older sibling went to Hawaii when they were like probably 12, and I was mega jelly because I was at like the age where World War II was kind of fascinating to me. So they went to go see the Arizona, and I wanted to go see the Arizona, man. And I still want to see the Arizona. And also I want to try surfing in Hawaii as an old skate hound, as I was. About to go into a webinar for your current class. It is late, sir. It's way too late for a webinar. I understand we're in different time zones and all, but good gracious. You know what? I have enough for books. Yeah, I'm not going to plant any more sugarcane right now. We'll be good. We'll call it good. I have been doing some voluntary technology training for just some automation software platform. It's not interesting, but that's the point. It's not interesting. I've been doing it for work. That's been my last few work days this week. And I'm just like trying to pay attention, trying to stay awake. It's technology I need to learn about. But still, why do they always hire the same like monotone, boring, like neutral accent dude? And I know I'm just probably describing my own voice and cadence. There's some little self-loathing in there maybe, but it's always just like, and this moves to this. And, you know, I can't even do it. But it's always just the most boring voice that just puts you to sleep. Like, and here's this product, which you can also use to connect to this product if you pay another $1,000. Your company will probably cover it, so you should suggest it to them. Just come on! I'm trying to stay awake here. But, you know, the things you do for good grades and the things you do for a paycheck, I guess I'm getting over it. Oh, yikes, Micah. Says, I think my new nose piercing might be slightly infected. I was worried about that. I'd be worried about that. I feel like a nose is something that might be prone to infection. But at least that tattoo is almost healed. Yee. I find that, like, one, my anxiety tends to follow how my work is doing or how I feel about work. That's like the prime driver of my anxiety. So like for me personally, like really busy but also really fun is my favorite kind of work, where I'm not just like sitting around doing nothing, waiting for the next project. When I'm enjoying it and I'm actively busy, like that's the best, man. So for me, if you're like me in that respect, like hang on to that momentum as long as you can. Because that's a good feeling right there. Bang! Get that sleep on! Some good water. Oh, we're so close to our first crop. A farmer. You know, it's funny. When we were in Louisville the last night, we went back to parlays. We went to parlays twice. I got to finish my parlays thought. So this guy serving us bourbon recommended us to a sports bar to eat. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Iceman. Hope to see you soon, buddy. And good luck in that webinar. But parlays, a sports bar called Parlays, there is not a chance in hell that this place has good food. Like 0% out of 100 chance that this place has good food. Come on, it's a sports bar. It's literally just there for like worked up, just sweaty dudes to rage at a TV as their football team underperforms. A place like Parlays, like that's got to be it. Maybe they'll serve like mozzarella sticks and just a real crap overcooked burger. What's up, Kevin? Caught me in the middle of a Louisville story, man. Not like you know anything about that over in Montana. But so we went against our better judgment. This guy had great calls on bourbon. So we're like, okay, we'll go to parlays. We'll call this guy's bluff, so to speak. And walked in. I ordered their burger. And Zeta got their mozzarella sticks, just pub grub, you know. And I'll be damned. It was like an In-N-Out burger, but like a full-size like smash burger. Like big. It was delicious. It was one of the best burgers I've ever had. The guy was right. The mozzarella sticks were like handmade from scratch. You didn't like pull them out of a freezer. It was amazing. And good food at a sports bar. Who knew that could be a thing? I'm talking about like exceptional food. I've had good food at many a sports bar, but like better than sports bar food. You know what I'm saying? That's what we had at Parlays. So Micah said, last time I was sitting around not having fun, I thought for sure I was going to get fired. I felt that. I've been there. And instead you got a raise, told I was doing good. It was entirely in your head. Again, felt that. Been there. My God. That's so real. That's so real. Like I'm walking to job reviews like, my God, I haven't done enough this year. They're going to let me go. And instead they're like, hey, listen, we got nothing but positive feedback. Keep doing what you're doing. Here's a little more money. You're good, man. You're good. So anyway, we went back to Parlays the last night. Basically, like we'd gone out, met with my sibling, and that was a great time. I got a torta cubana, as I do. But we're like, I kind of feel like I could do another drink. Let's go back to Parlays. And so we did, and there's like a 50-something-year-old guy just like sitting at the bar alone, like next to us. Everyone else was watching football, and he was just kind of like vegging. I was like, man, this guy just kind of feels like he's looking for somebody to talk to. Like, I can't even read this guy's vibe right now. And so I got to talking to him. And he was just a fascinating specimen of Kentucky. And I mean that like in a sincere way. And that he was like the son of a tobacco farmer / dairy farmer. So we went back and forth. I'm like, hey, you know, my dad did some farming too. Talked about, you know, differences in like raising tobacco versus raising corn, soybeans, that kind of thing. Just his brother is a monk, and he's a Trappist monk. And I was like, Trappist monks? He's like, yeah, you've heard of them? Like, do they make beer? Because, as a beer snob, I'm like, dude, Trappist ales? I didn't know that Trappist monks existed outside of Austria and like maybe one abbey in Belgium or something. But yeah, they like make cheeses and fudge, local confections, and they sell that to the locals and like travelers that come through, and that's how the whole monastery stays afloat. Anyway, just I was feeling loosey goosey because I had a few beers in me, but it was a fascinating conversation with this dude, and yeah, had a great time at Parlays. That's what I want to get out of trips. Like, that's what I like out of trips. It's not necessarily like reading the plaque and wow, like they ran horses here for a long time. It's always like I want to hear from a local, and I just want to like have an honest conversation with a stranger. That's just the best. That's how you get the best stories, because usually those honest conversations can lead you to just a superior experience while you're visiting that town. You're not getting it out of like a 3-page brochure or off of like tripadvisor.com. You're getting someone's honest to God biased opinion on what's the best of their city. And I love that stuff, man. I try to be that person for Shasatown, USA, but it's always good to find that person out there in the cities that we're visiting. So that was, if I do say so myself, I don't know if Young Eelberry's watching, but flippin' awesome. Anyway, really enjoyed Louisville, as they called it. He called me a Yankee because I called it Louisville. Better than Zeta, who insists on calling it Louisville, which is one of those things that makes you want to curl up in a ball and never uncurl. She knows how to get me, man. But yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun. Would recommend Louisville. Even if you won't know how to find it with that spelling. Do I? Yeah, I'll take this with me. In fact, I don't need the hoe no mo. I'm taking the sticks as well. Ooh, excuse me. Taking the sticks as well. Starting to get a little hungry. Pretty late over here in Shasstown, USA. Long past normal dinner time. But I have myself a nice spot. Kind of cleared out. Got a nice hole in the ground. A nice scary cave. This definitely feels like progress. So I will not be streaming tomorrow. Oh, that's right. This got this at the bottom. Crap. I got to figure that out. So I'll not be streaming tomorrow. I've got other things going on. But of course, I will be streaming at 3 o'clock p.m. Central, US Central Time, which is right at midnight UTC. Easy to remember for us our folks across the pond, when we will be doing the one chip challenge, which is no longer sold on store shelves after it allegedly killed someone in Massachusetts a few days ago. So, the things you do to raise money for St. Jude children. So if you want to see us maybe die, Wednesday, Saturday at 3 p.m. US Central, check us out. There's an event on the local Shasta One Discord, which will let you know when the time has come. So, pretty exciting. I feel like maybe that's a little overhyped, where maybe like the kid had a pre-existing condition. I guess we'll see when the autopsy results come out. Not too many kids, often 14-year-old kids, just die out of the blue. But I've survived it before. I'm confident I can survive it again. And have I not done all this running to improve my cardiovascular system so I can survive one chip? That's what it's all about. It's all about just surviving that one chip. I'm confident in my abilities. Let's put it that way. And you know what's crazy? Here's a crazy thought that enters my head sometimes. Because these boxes are just sitting here. And sometimes when I'm sitting at my computer desk and I'm hungry, I take a long look at those one chip challenge boxes. And I'm like, dude, that might hit the spot right now. That's how you know I'm ready. That's how you know I'm ready for the one chip challenge. Don't die without naming a power of attorney to donate on your behalf. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, all that I own in this world, I donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. That's my unofficial video will. Just the ultimate donation to the organization and the race that's given me a lot of pride these past few years. Yeah, I know a few attorneys, and if I said that to them, the first thing they would say is, "What are you talking about?" No, that's not how it works. Need a few more details. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But if it's not, then this clip will be like posted on Reddit and TikTok frequently after I die. I'll be in the New York Times, man. Famous. Oh, but how grim. How grim. Why can't we have an upper of a conversation around here? My goodness. Who's bringing these topics up? Me. Just, once again, punching my bed. There we go. So I feel better that we have a renewable food source, even if it's a less than ideal food source. I think now that I have a few pieces of wheat, I gotta put together like a little cow pit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put the house up there. It overlooks this little like work area. Seems good. I also, though, don't want to box in this field because I'll probably have the 2 fields before I eventually just completely fill them in and ignore that they ever happened. So there's a river. I suppose I make the cow pit underground. This is pretty unsightly. But I tend to do a lot of underground building, so probably not. I mean, that right there is a healthy cow pit, if I do say so myself. And I do. Let's go ahead and dig this out in a way that I clearly know where it is. Very nice. And we get some coal to light this thing up with. Blessed. The vibes here, infinitely better than World 12. I'm glad we did this. I'm bringing you into the decision making. You know, it wasn't just me. We decided this. Despite the fact that no one advised me on it, I was just like, yeah, World 13, let's go. I'm gonna leave that there for lighting. How dramatic. Okay, we'll need one more stick, Shasta. Well done. Kim wants to know why the stream was not on 9/10. It was because, like, I want to enjoy 9/10 day and not, like, spend an hour with a mouth on fire and then 4 hours afterwards curled up in the fetal position in my bed, regretting life. 9/10's really a day about celebration when you think about it. So that's the reason I'm going with. I think it's a fair one. Yeah, I gotta be thinking how I'm celebrating 9/10 this year, though. Of course, the best time in the world, and the one date out of the year where it's the best time in the world for 24 hours. Oh yeah, we already got some grass down here. This will be a nice cow pit. Oh, show. And I believe my first order of business next Minecraft stream will be to track down some cows. But folks, this is home. We made it. I have a dog partner to survive in this world and to actively kill things and come to my aid and feel responsible for and feel very sad when a creeper blows up, takes him out. Let's not think about that. I'm here for the good times right now. But anyway, that is the stream for tonight. But again, mark your calendars, 3 o'clock U.S. Central Time, Saturday, September 9th. We are taking on One Chip Challenge. No longer sold in stores. Very ominous. Me, Zeta, Beavers Rules, 3rd year in a row, raising money for the kids of St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It is... I'm not saying I'm looking forward to it, but I am excited for our 3rd straight year of a St. Jude telethon. I feel like Lawrence Welk. I need to wear a colorful suit when I do this. Anyway, since I've just made a reference that no one below the age of 60 is going to get, that means it's time to wrap this up. So, I am the Shasta One. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Love one another. And call your family. They miss you. All right, I'll catch you next time.